Part 1. The Golden Table. In the heart of Ethiopia, nestled within the ancient lands known as the Cradle of Life, a powerful king ruled over his people. In a time when the shadows of slavery loomed over Africa, this king stood as a formidable guardian, fiercely defending his land against any who sought to enslave or invade. Stretching from dense jungles to towering cliffs overlooking the vast expanse of the ocean, the king's realm was vast and unyielding. Day and night, his vigilant guards watched over the cliffs, ever wary of foreign ships that dared to approach with malicious intent. One fateful day, the king's nephew and a band of hunters stumbled upon a mysterious lake hidden deep within the jungle. Despite their familiarity with the land, none among them could recall ever encountering this body of water before. Intrigued, they ventured closer, drawn by a strange glimmer emanating from the center of the lake. As they neared the shimmering waters, they heard peculiar sounds echoing from its depths, unlike any they had heard before. Braving the unknown, the king's nephew waded into the lake, only to discover a remarkable sight. A golden table, floating serenely in the center of the water, turning slowly like a wheel in a clockwise motion. Returning to the village with news of their discovery, the king's nephew recounted the strange encounter to everyone. Concerned, the king consulted with all the village elders and the spiritual shaman to learn more about the mysterious table. The shaman warned of guardian creatures, half men, half fish, who protected the table, advising against disturbing it. However, the king's desire to claim the golden table outweighed the shaman's counsel. The discovery sparked both awe and trepidation among the king's party. Determined to claim the table, they engaged in a fierce battle with the creatures that guarded it, a vicious struggle that cost the lives of many of the king's men. Despite their valiant efforts, the creatures proved formidable adversaries, leaving the king's defenses weakened in their wake. Returning to the village with the golden table in tow, the king's party was met with a sight that chilled them to the bone. The once thriving village lay in ruins, its streets stained with blood, and its people enslaved by cunning invaders. Overwhelmed by grief and rage, the king's warriors lost themselves in a frenzy of battle, but their uncoordinated efforts were no match for the tactical maneuvers of the Spanish invaders, and so the king and his men were also taken captives. Amidst the chaos and carnage, lives were lost, and the village fell under the shadow of slavery. The golden table, now in the possession of the Spanish invaders, bore witness to the tragedy that had befallen the land, its gleaming surface tainted by the blood of its people. Thus, the first misfortune befell those who dared to possess the table, as they were consumed by the wrath of the invaders and the horrors of their own making. End of Part 1.